Now that decorated star U.S. gymnast Simone Biles has recently spoken up about what she wanted to do with her career before she became one of the world's best gymnasts, here's everything you need to know, and honestly, it may surprise you. Additionally, we also dive into other need-to-know gym news. First, legendary gymnast Simone Biles has recently revealed that she wanted to be if she was not a professional athlete. Here's all the details. Gymnast Simone Biles has gained respect and recognition for her gymnastic abilities. She began gymnastics when she was only 6 years old. Her performances in the 2016 Olympics, on the other hand, were outstanding, marking her officially as one of the best gymnasts of our generation. Now, Simone spoke with Lloyd Gite before the 2016 Olympics and discussed her inspiration, where she began, her future plans during that interview. Lloyd also questioned her plans after gymnastics during the interview, with Simone Biles responding, "I'd like to be a nurse, but I'm not sure yet. I'm just undecided." Then Lloyd asked Simone how she felt about being the #1 gymnast, to which she replied, "It makes me feel good, and like all of my hard work is finally paying off. Actually, it was as if we were a hyperactive child who was destroying a lot of their furniture in the house, and my mom and I went on a daycare field trip, and then they scouted me out." Biles described her gymnastics experience as a roller coaster ride. There were many difficulties, according to her, but she saw more ups than downs. And additionally, according to the gymnast, the most wonderful aspect of her career was joining the USA team and gaining people's love and support. However, many things changed for Simone Biles after the 2016 Olympics. She was truly at the peak of her profession. Now, also according to NBC News, Simone Biles revealed that she wants to be a mom one day, in addition to what she had previously stated about her plans. Biles adores children, and having children is amazing in her opinion. It's also considered one of the best feelings in the world. If she ever had children, she would take time off to spend as much time as she could with them, and realistically, she probably can considering what her bank account must look like now. It also has been reported that Simone Biles married NFL player Jonathan Owens in 2023. He proposed to her in February and publicly declared their love for each other. She's also been spending time with her loved ones after taking a break from the Tokyo Olympics and pondering if she really wants to return to that Olympic level or not. Now, speaking of Simone Biles, her sister Adria Biles' identity was recently revealed on the new TV series, Claim to Fame. Here's all the details and what we need to know about Biles' sister. Adria Biles' identity was revealed in the first episode of Claim to Fame, but not all the contestants were aware that Adria is an Olympian, Simone Biles' sister. On Claim to Fame, the 23-year-old is using the alias Louise to conceal her true identity and stay in the game. But what exactly is Claim to Fame? Well, Claim to Fame is a reality competition show that debuted on ABC on July 11, 2022. Kevin Jonas and Frankie Jonas host the show. 12 contestants, each with a famous relative, move into a house together and are tasked with determining which celebrities the other contestants are related to while keeping their own celebrity relationship hidden. Every episode, the contestants compete in a game. The winner receives immunity for the next round as well as a bonus clue about another contestant. Then, at the very end of each episode, the contestants secretly vote for the round's guesser from the 2 lowest ranked performers in the competition. The guesser will then select another non-immune contestant and reveal which celebrity they believe the other contestant is related to. If the guesser is correct, the other contestant is eliminated. If the guesser is incorrect, the guesser is eliminated. The final contestant standing receives $100,000. So this brings us to the bigger question, who exactly is Adria Biles? Well, to put it simply, she's the sister of legendary gymnast Simone Biles. Now, she may resemble her older sister, but Adria is determined to make her own mark on the world. Now, Adria is Simone's youngest sibling of 3. Adria and Simone have 2 older brothers and sisters. As kids, Adria and Simone were in foster care together before being adopted by grandparents Ron and Nellie Biles. "I want people to know me as more than Simone Biles' sister," Adria Biles said on Claim to Fame. "My name is Adria Biles and I'm here to prove it." To add to her fame, Simone has received the Presidential Medal of Freedom and is now one of the most decorated Olympic athletes of all time. Now, gymnastics appear to run in the family. Adria, like her older sister, was a gymnast as a teenager and competed at a junior level, according to a 2016 interview. She is also a fiercely protective sibling. Adria took to Twitter to adamantly defend her sister after Simone was unfairly criticized for prioritizing her mental health and withdrawing from the women's team final at the 2020 Summer Olympics. "Y'all are all about mental health until it no longer benefits you," she tweeted. Although Simone and Adria appear to be sisters, Adria is several inches taller than her older sister. Adria, on the other hand, admitted that at times fans mistook her for Simone. "It's been amusing to watch her progress from ordinary Simone to famous Simone. People came up to me every day in Brazil thinking I was her." Adria told ESPN back in 2016 they'd asked for autographs and posed for photos, and because they didn't always speak English, I couldn't explain that I wasn't her. "Simone, Simone," they'd explain. "Finally, I decided that it was simpler to just let them take a picture." It appears that the sisters are very close indeed, but that Adria is really looking to stand on her own 2 feet and make something of herself as well. In other gymnastics news, Australia has been cleaning up in the Commonwealth Games. Here's what you need to know. Australia's gold rush in gymnastics continued with a stunning 1-2 finish in the women's balance beam. On the final day of competition at Arena Birmingham, Australia's artistic gymnasts won 5 medals, 1 gold, 2 silver, and 2 bronze. Kate McDonald won a surprise gold medal on her 26th 52nd birthday, relegating her star teammate Georgia Godwin to second place on the podium. Godwin has been the team star so far, winning gold in the all-around and vault and silver in the team and uneven bars. She was looking to keep that streak going when she set a mark of 13.433 in the first routine of the program. McDonald, on the other hand, recorded a 13.466, outperforming her teammate with a routine of lower difficulty but higher execution. Amazing, incredible. I couldn't have asked for a better podium finish than Canadian bronze medalist Emma Spence, she said. I mean, like, best podium finish ever. Godwin paid her respects to her teammate. I'm really happy with myself for coming off the last 3 days and having the beam routine I did, Godwin said. And Kate, however, is the current star. She's just been consistent the entire time. The Australian gymnastics team finished second overall in terms of medal count, trailing only England, which dominated both the men's and women's competition. And finally, could we expect Simone Biles to return for the 2024 Paris Olympic Games? Let's take a look. Simone Biles had planned a long time for the Tokyo Olympics to be her final major competitive gymnastics event. However, if the past 18 months have shown us anything, it's that plans can and will change. So this begs the question, will Simone be returning for the 2024 Paris Olympics? Well, Biles gave her strongest hint yet that she will continue her gymnastics career for another 3 years in order to compete in the next Olympic Games. The 24-year-old superstar texted coach Cecile Canqueto-Landi shortly after returning home from the Tokyo Olympics this summer that she's thinking about 2024. Biles had previously stated that she was leaving the door open for a return to the Olympics in Paris, but it was unclear how serious she was about continuing to train and compete for another 3 years. Biles revealed ahead of the Tokyo Olympics this summer that she became depressed and slept all the time after the games were first postponed. The worst part of the delay, she said, was having to represent USA Gymnastics for another year after the organization allowed disgraced team Dr. Larry Nassar to sexually abuse hundreds of minors, including Biles herself. It's difficult to believe she'd sign up for another 3 years with her sport's contentious governing body. Nonetheless, the text to Canqueto-Landi indicated a level of consideration and legitimacy that was previously unknown. The most decorated gymnast in history has nothing more to prove in the gym, but if Biles retires after the Olympics this summer, she will not be leaving at the pinnacle of her abilities. Throughout her time in Tokyo, the 4'8" dynamo struggled with her mental health and the twisties, a dangerous phenomenon that causes gymnasts to become extremely disoriented in the air. After leaving the floor while the team all-around final was taking place, she withdrew from our individual medal events. Biles returned home with 2 medals, 1 silver and 1 bronze. She won 4 gold medals and 1 bronze in 2016. Not mad isn't a fitting end to a career as dominant and as iconic as Biles. Paris 2024 could provide an opportunity for gymnastics all-time great, who will be 27 years old at the game, to finish on a high note. Perhaps Biles feels the same way. And there you have it. Thanks for watching.